Alright, let's get started.
You there, Abster?
Oh, wow. Okay, we're immediately getting Rover dialogue. That's terrific.
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Surreal to be having some story experience again.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds.
I wonder, how are we going to
Otherwise,
get
we
to
would have seen
Cantarella?
some
That's what I
sign
want to
there on
know.
the ground.
Why would we even look for her? Oh, we get to meet Ciaccona in this
The shape
patch.
you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
I wish her outfit didn't look like
Hey,
Carlotta's
come on.
outfit,
It won't
but
hurt to
she's
try.
cute.
The cliff at Eglet Town would be a perfect launch pad.
So this is gorgeous. So, is she playing? No fucking way. Wow. Fuck. No. That's cool that she's diegetically playing the... I wish she didn't have the exact same outfit.
It's the heart that grants it meaning.
Oh, thank God,
So,
British
dear listener,
accents.
tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
Oh my God, she must be cold. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Look at the laurel. Oh my God, I love this design. Holy shit. She's beautiful. Oh my God, she's Frieren. What feelings did my piece evoke in you? Feeling of nostalgia?
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover.
Hey, that's what I
My
talk
name is
about all the
Ciaccona,
time.
A wandering bard.
Ciaccona, they even
glad
said her
to
name
know.
right. Holy hell. They said her name right. Ciaccona. Oh, amazing. Wow, what a beautiful design. I absolutely adore it. Actually, they really gave her the Frieren earrings there. No, is that Sadia who has those earrings? I can't remember. Look at her. Oh, her tacet mark right there on her shoulder. Oh, under the collarbone. What a terrific design. She's beautiful. Hey, look at this. Isn't that a fleur-de-lis right there? Isn't that a fleur-de-lis? Hold on now. Yeah, it's a fleur-de-lis. It's a fleur-de-lis. It's an actual fleur-de-lis. Right there. Fleur-de-lis. How about that? Lilium. Oh, Lilium. Uh-oh, Elfenlied. Elfenlied mentioned. The lily has always been a symbol of fertility and purity, and in Christianity it symbolizes the Immaculate Conception. I love that she talked about music there. You see what I do on YouTube? Wuthering Waves just validated this for me. It said, what does that piece invoke in you? Hello? What do you think I do every day? Sorry about the chroma, by the way. That's cool. You looking for me?
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece.
Huh. She's a musician. I love that she says Lady Carlotta sent me to find you and she's wearing Carlotta's outfit.
Surprise, surprise.
They literally are
Melody
matching
led me
stockings.
Right to you. Well,
I should cosplay as
suppose
Ciaccona.
This won't count as me getting distracted, right?
A chaconne is a type of music. A Ciaccona, hold on. Is that a... Oh yeah, you're right. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. I thought it might be similar, but I wasn't sure because I didn't know the word Ciaccona. There you go. The Ciaccona from Johann Sebastian Bach. I knew a Ciaccona, but I didn't think it was Ciaccona. That's cool. Look how fucking cute she is. I love this character. I love her eyes. I love her ears. I love her little things. I love this. What a beautifully designed character. I will frame this. I will frame this picture. That's beautiful. I love the ivy. I love the ivy. I love the ivy. I love these little details here. Beautiful little pearls. Oh, she's lovely.
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartethyia.
I love her shoulder thing here. I love that you can see her like little arm on the way through. Look how beautiful this veiled see-through sort of sequence outfit is. The sequence? No, it's like a whatever. Adorable. Okay.
She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartethyia since.
What kind of race is she? That she's got horns.
That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time. To see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Guys, don't kill my mods, okay? Would you please?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartethyia? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count.
A mutation from her forte? Cool. Uh-oh, the barking in the distance. Watch out. That was all of you barking over Carlotta, or, Cantarella. They heard it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bark, bark, woof, woof. There you go again. Could you guys stop? Stop obsessing over Cantarella? I can hear you from here.
Emotions there. Textures.
That's cool.
That should do it.
Whoa. Hey, a loot. What the fuck? Wow. That's not what a lute sounds like. That's definitely what a guitar sounds like, but it's fine. We're all right.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Oh, she's a bard. Huh. Okay. Also, I hope you're prepared for this to go slowly. Beautiful piano. You can actually hear the notes being played, which is very exciting because that means it's a real musician. It's such a mournful, it's kind of a sad piece.
Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
It's got a little bit of mystery in the sound. Ta-da-ya! Hopeful. Possibility. Upper register. Innocence. Hope. What a delightfully sad melody. There she is.
Laureate.
There's our queen. Oh my god, it's Amanda. Look how cute she is. She's adorable.
Tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
So if we're like, there's too much stuff to. I'm a little bit. I forget some of the things from 2.0. Wow, the bells are in the same pitch. That's cool. Also, guys, welcome in.
Meaning of this?
Good to have you here. Oh! Grateful you're here.
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems
Oh!
unexpected.
Wait, what? Why would she be
How
there?
did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
Right.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Well, yeah. A question I've yet to answer myself, but chances are yes.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian.
But if Ciaccona sent us here and is tuning into our memories, maybe this isn't actually the real Cartethyia. Because why would Cartethyia randomly just be like, hello, I'm here? Well, the Imperator called you the Lost. And the Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for the Leviathan, the Threnodian. And that's the lie. Is that the Threnodian is the Leviathan, when we actually probably can assume that the Leviathan is actually the Sentinel.
But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer
Thanks,
to this
Shaya.
question too.
Appreciate that. She's been searching for it, okay.
My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe
I
you guys
also
said
remember
this is better than
fighting
2.0. I'm really intrigued by what you mean by that.
But the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me.
She remembers fighting something. Okay.
You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, so when I looked at this in the corner, I thought it was New Udra, no joke. I was like, what?
You rang?
Thanks, Chinos.
Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
God, I love Abby. What do you mean?
Basically,
What's
we're
up, guys?
sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
You can sense Abby?
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers.
I wonder why.
I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel.
I can't remember why his frequency's weakening. I should have done like a primer for 2.0, so I knew it was happening.
You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
Bad content creator.
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Did something come to mind?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency.
Oh, we don't know why, okay.
My true form currently resides inside an inverted Sonoro sphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower. Its gate locked by 3 seals.
Oh, okay, so this is an apparition. Chat, what's a Sonoro sphere? Memories? A dungeon? Oh, it's a domain. Oh yeah. Good evening, hello? Oh, okay. Those are the ones we go into when we fight when we step into the domains, right? To get our mats and stuff. Pocket dimension. Alright, word. Thank you. Cool. Thank you, chat. Hello, first-time chatters, by the way. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you regulars, too. We're back.
I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
That's right. That's right. He's weaker because of Shorekeeper arc with the Black Shores and the computer and so on and so forth. Correct.
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
I appreciate that. Man, that's something out of pocket to say. So Threnodian.
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Threnodian. So remember, they talk about how the Sentinel and the Threnodian are kind of intertwined in this particular instance. Okay. How come he doesn't smell the resonator, though?
We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou.
A meatball reference.
So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
Hell no.
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
Didn't if I recall correctly, Cartethyia was also the reason for the what's it, the Red Death? No, the Red Sea, the Red
I take it this theory would benefit you as well.
Dark Tide, thank you, yes. It's actually kind of tragic, isn't it? Chad, I know you know the answer, Chad, by the way. I'm not asking for confirmation. I'm just
for treatment. Does it not?
I'm trying to speak out loud. It's called being entertaining. I'm joking.
Even in adventure tales,
just fucking around.
It's not always the witch who loses her memory.
I feel like I can be a little playfully
It could also
sarcastic
be a Blessed Maiden trying to regain her powers.
with the woo-wa chat. Yeah? Can the woo-wa chat handle a little bit of sarcasm? Good try. I'll come over there, James. Even in Adventure Tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a Blessed Maiden trying to regain her powers. It's true. Welcome in, welcome in.
It appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel.
Don't get woo-wood. Please don't cancel. Cancel me. It appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. You're awfully calm about this.
Spending so much time alone in the Sonoro sphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities.
Man, they stole this shit from Nahida. They stole it from Nahida. Just kidding. Oh my god. It even has... Holy shit.
Spending so much time alone in the Sonoro sphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities.
Oh my goodness. That's cool. That's a nice little addition. And voiced? Damn.
I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonoro sphere?
A part of the Sonoro sphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
On land. Just break it open. Have I finished the survey?
That won't do.
No? I haven't even started the story yet.
That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonoro sphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna.
barrier also acts as the power source to maintain the Sonoro sphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse in the ruins along with the tacit discords. There are tacit discords within the... That makes sense. Damn, okay.
It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside.
Imagine someone fills out the survey and they say, heard it was good.
Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
So Cantarella has tried to break into the Sonoro sphere for her own personal gain.
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Gonna have to work harder to outsmart me, Kuro Games. But why would she want to? That's the question.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
What feeling did you get?
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
Oh no.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
So the reason the music is sad like that is because she's locked away. And she's essentially a prisoner in a very dire situation where she can't even break out or escape if she wanted to, because she would cause undue damage to people and hurt people in the process. So the music is very much like, man, I'm here and, you know, I'm alive, but man, things are not great, and how do I navigate these things alone too? It's actually got quite a bit of melancholy and solitude in the context of the piece itself. It's a very well done little piano piece. What's even crazier is that was all inside of our mind, essentially.
Rover.
Forgot I named her Freya. What a gorgeous name.
Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake.
I love her. I love her. I love her.
How
I
are you
love
feeling?
her. I love
Any
her.
Headache, tingling feet, upset stomach?
She is adorable. Cute as hell, too,
Phew.
musically.
I tried everything.
Cute
you
music.
Just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second.
Did
Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music?
This is the thing we get to add. Oh.
Kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like
That
that.
is
when I wasn't even alive.
adorable. We've heard this with Abby, this music. It's cute. It's cute
No,
with her.
It was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
That's cute.
So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments.
She's so excited.
The girl, is she friend or foe?
Oh my god.
What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure?
Perfect. Perfectly extra.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song.
Oh, she's so well acted too. Oh my god. What the fuck? Italian cheese.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Who the fuck?
Pardon the intrusion, my lady. My name is Sebastian. As per my lady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Fisalia estate for a discussion.
Wait, why? That seems a little bit too convenient. I'm not crazy about that. You just show up. That's how... Why... Okay.
The Fisalia family? The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian?
I smell a plot afoot.
Why does she want to talk with me?
Okay, they're gonna explain why, because that would be a terrible plot point. Okay.
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I'm afraid that's
I
not.
will convey your message to Milady.
Wow, I'm surprised. I was surprised he didn't say I don't. She doesn't accept. No for an answer.
Expect the head of the Fisalia family to come looking for you, especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's
Milady.
just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Tell me about these rumors.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm?
I love her. She's so pretty. She's so
known
cute.
to be a recluse and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Fisalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
They all sound like clickbait titles to me.
So, ready to dive right in?
I don't have much time. How about a shortened version?
Well, long story short, the Fisalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita.
Okay.
Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations.
Okay, and that's what we saw in the trailer, where essentially the craft of extracting toxins and then putting them in the food to essentially find the heads of the house.
Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over.
Right. Each other's poisons? Damn, it's like making each other eat like their own. Never mind.
Stories about the current head of the Fisalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor.
Which would be a very interesting spin on that, because essentially, in the trailer we saw for her, she's essentially like pressured and manipulated and abused into taking the poison. So it'd be a really interesting twist of like karmic justice to then poison that mother in the same way that she poisoned her, which would make her much more dangerous and devious.
Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Only the bad stuff, huh?
In any case, the Fisalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Fisalia reminds me of how
Good
Cartethyia
morning.
spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier.
Yeah.
Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Good morning, good morning. The Maiden, the Defier, the Death Crier. String quartet? Threnodian. Or, well, Resonator. Or a Sentinel there. Oh, a jazz version of the main theme. Well, she smiled, so that was nice. Beautiful.
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, wow.
To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
That quartet ensemble there really symbolizes like sort of
Cantarella Fisalia, 36th matriarch of the Fisalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Actually, this piece shows how classy she is, actually. Just Freya will do.
Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
She's actually, as a character... Wow, first of all, that's glorious. The elegance. I still think the outfit's ridiculous. I mean, look. I like boobs. But I've liked boobs more than some of you have been alive. But what I would say is that it's a ridiculous outfit. She's so there's actually like a ton of class in this music. I find that the costume actually takes away from some of that. The outfit takes away from the elegance that we're hearing in the music, for instance. I know what they were going for. I'm not here to argue about what it looks like or whatever. It is what it is. But to me, subtlety can be incredibly effective at portraying what we need. Sometimes smacking us over the head with it is sort of, I don't know, it robs a little bit of the... But like here, it's interesting because the string ensemble is very elegant, and the string ensemble showcases... There's a bit of sadness in this sound. There's a bunch of space within the notes. It's very subtle stuff. It's kind of like this twinkling...
I should
also,
try to smile more, you say?
The way that the strings go...
Like
Biaro,
this?
biaro.
No. Maybe like this.
You know? Extremely elegant. Extremely elegant. And also look at this home. I mean, this is lovely. I mean, incredible visual design here. Really beautiful in my opinion. It's funny, there's elegance in that sound, but there's also a lot of sadness. But really, there's class, you know? There's class in that sound. Also, I mean, come on, I'm sorry. They don't move like that. They just don't move like that.
I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
Huh?
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You
Welcome in,
still
guys.
hold a grudge. Won't you accept my apology?
This tea, is it from Jinzhou?
Jinzhou mentioned! Why is everybody upset?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Why didn't you answer the question? I don't understand.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Fisalia family's true beliefs.
That's glorious. The way that she crossed her legs like that. It's like she knew. It's like as a character, she made a conscious decision as a person to fold her legs and be like, so, I imagine your concerns. You know, she's letting you know, like, she's 2 steps ahead, you know?
It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that.
We're doing the whole
What
story
is your
today.
opinion on the current state of Raguna?
Peaceful, in a way that feels wrong.
So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Right.
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within.
The Threnodian, or so we assume, named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. I wonder if she actually believes that.
Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Are you implying the Order worships the Threnodian? Oh, some answers. Let's go. You're one to talk, given how strange your family's been acting.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Okay, I see.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Fisalius and the Order.
It's all a ruse.
But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
Okay. I do like the duplicity here and the way that we're getting to the truth. Also, I appreciate that she's not throwing any punches. She's kind of laying it out straight. It's interesting how sometimes salespeople will do this. They'll be like, "Listen, I'm no salesmanship here. I'm telling you the truth, you know." And it's like, "Well, is that true?" "Oh my goodness, I bow to you." You know. Good morning and good night to you.
Are you prepared?
Alright, so she's got some
Yes.
big thing to talk about, and this is gonna change
Now that
everything.
we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
Okay. First of all, terrific voice performance here. So far, this has been so incredibly good. All across the board, it's been really, really mesmerizingly good. Terrifically engaging, and extremely high quality. Pacing has been very good so far, by the way, as well. This is the slow burn to the beginning. I also really liked the beginning, and meeting Cantarella here, the pacing is quite good too. She's not speaking in like a million different like terms that I don't understand. She's kind of trying to lay it out, while also there's some subtext about what she's actually saying, so it causes you to actually pay attention. She also speaks in a sort of soft whispered tone. Often whispers are what make us lean in the most.
Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth.
We don't know what the truth is, though.
What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
Okay, so right now there's still the impression...
A majestic steed that galloped with the wind. Not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian.
The Order worships a half-horse... Yeah, what's it called? The, half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. So the Sentinel and the Threnodian... Okay, wait. So the Sentinel corrupted the Threnodian, and then in order to... okay, a hippocampus, thank you, yes.
Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure.
Okay, but the Leviathan is the Threnodian in this particular, what she's talking about now. And the Sentinel, according to her, is this horse that then became the half-horse. But okay, all right.
I wish to ask you to persuade
Hippocampus is a
Sentinel
half-horse,
Ginger,
half-sea creature,
Jue,
by the way.
to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
What? What makes you think I can do that?
Both Jinjo and Jue owe you their future. That makes you the only person capable of this task.
A Sentinel cannot leave its commissioned region. Jue leaving Jinjo would be a betrayal of duty. Furthermore, Jue is still in the middle of a recovery.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
She's just being helpful.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images.
Uh-huh.
The story it told was very similar to what you described. Only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describe to Cantarella what was portrayed on the stained glass. See, I'm so grateful for little things like that. Imagine if they actually a little bit of a primer would be pretty nice, because I don't remember all the details, but like, they saved us, what, 10 minutes? Not being like, well, on the stained glass window, there was a story told about this, that, and the other. So, I mean, a refresher wouldn't hurt, but also, like, I also appreciate that we just, like, tell her without... It's like when you hop in an elevator and they don't just, like, show you the elevator moving, you know? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fictional.
The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, right? Though not in the way the Carnivali would have you believe. No, it's through resonance with a very particular artifact. Right, that's not how Jouet found their resonator.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator.
Oh.
To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Why is it in their house? Why does she have this? Why is this here?
And what about Cartethyia?
The Martyred Maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form.
Which then... I wonder... I still don't know if that's true, though. Okay.
But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the Maiden was already dead.
What? Are you saying the real Maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Fisalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will.
Oh, it was a Fisalia?
These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course.
Oh my god, they would force them to overclock. Holy fuck. That's crazy. So they would force them to overclock, but that's the very thing that Camellia has been trying to contain herself to not do. Or no, she's in a constant state of overclocked, which is why she's a little bit crazy. Oh shit.
Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that Sonoro sphere.
But then why is Cartethyia in there?
When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were...
The
The
maiden
maiden
is dead.
is dead.
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cartethyia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonoro sphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened
with Jinshi.
Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening?
The question just becomes, is Leviathan the Imperator, or is it... sorry, wait. Is Imperator Imperator is the name of the...
If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Would you mind if I tried to pull out the sword? Imperator is this... This is the Sentinel. Or so we know.
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value.
What the fuck just happened?
However,
Oh.
do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Rover. Who are you, really?
Bitch, I don't know. I've been asleep. This is really cool that they're leaning... You know, actually, I don't mind this. You know, the Arbiter, the Lord Arbiter thing, basically, like... I can't remember all the details, but all that to say, like, it can go one way or another, right? The Chosen One and stuff. It can either be really shitty, or it can be... I think this is done pretty well. There's a little bit of, like, mysticism involved. There's a little bit of, like, just surprise. I think the surprise in Cantarella here, where she asks a genuine question, is really cool. It doesn't feel like, well, I'm the chosen one. You know, it's a bit dialed back and more like, I don't know. You know, it's a bit of more of a questioning type experience. It's cool. Wait, you can call me the Blessed Maiden? Wait.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
What?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Oh wait, so all that time they were trying to pull the sword out, but in reality, the one that could control the sword... Oh, and they were just waiting for, essentially, their version of Jesus Christ. Damn. So the Fisalias were doing all that stuff and essentially torturing their own children, and none of them were actually the chosen ones. They were just... They couldn't get all the way. Whoa.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive.
Guys, I know I'm a little off. I don't know the rest of the story!
What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Fisalias revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Keeping it Freya is fine.
Then, I present my request once more.
Well, I have my own reasons for finding Imperator.
Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cartethyia and Imperator Sonoro sphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Cartethyia sensed wandering outside the Sonoro sphere.
'Cause she was trying to find a way to get in.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Fisalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
If they come over to Twitch, then we'll switch it to emote only.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla?
So perfectly. Makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective.
I'll miss you, chat.
Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet.
Holy fuck, this is incredible.
Our choices and our will have led us to this situation.
Thank you, Yarnum, for
Not
those
the
10
wishes
gifted
of fate.
memberships.
You are quite
Wow,
different
piano
from what
solo.
the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you
Oh my
poisoned
God,
your predecessor.
Oh my god, it's like Chopin.
Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
Huh.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true.
Oh shit.
I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest.
I wonder who her friend is, though.
We Fisalias have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the
Da-da-da-da-da! That's a fucking nocturne!
Fisalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber.
That's a
with
Chopin
poison
nocturne.
of their own making.
Thank you very much.
My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
It's like modern
What's
piano
been going on?
mixed with Chopin.
For centuries. Every generation.
It's like modern smooth piano mixed in with...
Outside, they call me the Bane. But historically, every head of the Fisalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
It's crazy, though, to think about her as that young girl, you know?
We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center.
Oh, why am I...
We shall
oh, okay.
continue on foot
We
from
play
here.
as Cantarella now. Okay, cool. Wait, is this a whole new area? Oh, okay, so it's... Must be an underground. Yeah, it's ever so slightly a Chopin nocturne. Very cool, guys. You don't understand how cool that is. Yeah, ever so slightly. That harp in there is glorious. Oh, wow. Damn, that's a sick combo. She's just like Chong Li. Fucking Mary Poppins, that's cool. She's a dope character. I like that slam she does. She looks like Seregios. She looks like Seregios. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. That's Seregios' move in Monster Hunter. It's hilarious. Shoop! Okay, cool. Thank you, Otaku. I appreciate that.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonoro sphere itself? Pull from the abyss.
That's pretty dope.
Feel the tide pull.
Didn't think there would be gull puffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few for me?
I better not ask what she plans to do with them.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
Does she heal, chat? Does she heal the whole
What
party?
exactly
Those of you that can
happened?
comment, do they heal? Does she heal the whole
The
party when she does that
second
little
dark
heal?
tide.
Salamad.
It occurred
Oh,
right here at the overbuilt by the
she
order.
does. Wow.
It arrived on the very day the
She
Blessed
does?
Maiden passed her trials.
When she
and
does
was
her ult?
crowned by the order.
My luck's been pretty okay. I've lost 50-50 a few times.
The
Oh,
sea
fuck yeah.
is a mirror. It reflects the shape of your soul in its tides.
Hey, she came home in 30. I'll take it. Okay. Nice. Whew. And 30. Whew. 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 Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. That was good. That's luckier than normal. Whew. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. I don't like to spend too much money on these games anymore, so... Oh, what the fuck? That's absurd. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. That is not normal. That's not normal. Okay. That's not normal. Thanks for that level 6 hype train, though. That's insane. Appreciate that very much. Okay, so now she's gonna... So this is it. So we're gonna free Cartethyia. This is it. Okay. Chat, who locked her in there? Do we know? Well, don't tell me, but do we know? Do we know? That's a spoiler. Okay, don't. Shut the fuck up, Marco. It's my bad. Don't tell. Don't. It's my fault. So I'm sorry. What? There she is.
You have come.
Oh. I'm sorry. I asked a dumb question. that was me.
Greetings. I'm Cartethyia, and you are?
You know who she is? She's the jellyfish.
Cantarella Fisalia.
Wait, what if she kills her? I just thought about that. What if she kills her right there? She could.
Oh, a Fisalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated
Could you
than they
imagine?
appear.
She just fucking like is like, finally.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day.
Because she's Frieren. To be fair, we actually don't know her motivations. She's been incredibly kind to us. She uses us. She Chat. This whole time she manipulates us. Kills Cartethyia, which invokes Fleur-de-Lis. Fleur-de-Lis emerges out of Cartethyia. What? Imagine.
But you and I should be around the same age.
What the fuck? What if did I just...
What's happened to me?
I hope it's not that predictable.
I've been searching for answers.
We'll never get out of the non-AAA gacha game allegations if it's that predictable, chat. Oh, it can't be that predictable. I'll be so bummed out. I'll be so bummed out.
This must be the sword of divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
Then again, a lot of JRPGs are pretty predictable, so I mean, maybe it's okay.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the.
No, I didn't spoil myself. There's no way it happened. No way.
The sword's origins.
No way it's that easy.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
I'm scared to look at chat, so I'm not going to.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
No. I'm not making that dumb joke. I'm not making that dumb joke. Hey, yo. No. Don't. See? Too many people in the audience. People change. Not me. Not me.
The question of whose resonator I am
I'm not changing.
is now perfectly clear.
I'm not gonna make jokes for a cheap laugh. Uh-oh. The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear.
If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must
Wait.
mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Why would they let someone so cute and charming be the Threnodian's resonator?
Huh?
Things are more complicated than you expected.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonoro sphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything.
I mean, Fleur-de-Lis is clearly an alternate personality of hers. She is really pure.
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords.
Oh shit. And remember, Frieren's really fucking cute, but then she actually uses magic, and she's fucking terrifying. Don't spoil Frieren for anybody who hasn't seen it. But seriously, Frieren's adorable. She's kind of quirky, dumb, a little bit aloof, and then when it's time, when she sees a demon, she don't give a fuck, right? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for people in the chat. But, all that to say.
The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltier.
Sort of Hognis and Haltier. Do you remember the 3 pedestals as well?
Yes.
Did she just...
Did you see them too?
Did she just blink? Did she just wink? That was an animation bug, I think. She went...
Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower.
and that would allow us to go up.
But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish today.
We'll never get any answers.
And then if my camera dies, I'll have to switch over to Marco Meatball.
Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartethyia would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've waited for this
Uh-oh.
moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my
I
god.
will not turn back.
Oh no.
Even
I called
if
it.
this does turn out to be a trap.
Why did I call it? Uh-oh.
If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you
Uh-oh.
step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Uh-oh. Oh no, okay. I was about to... whew.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away.
She fucking
I
grabs.
underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
So how do we get up there? Her eyes are beautiful, though. I think she's a beautiful
place
character,
Turvin
by
on
the
the
way.
pedestal
Cantarella's
behind you,
character is
And
beautiful.
this tower will elevate itself.
I don't mean in like a,
What
In a
you
re-
said to Cartethyia back there,
hold on.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Damn, she like manipulated the fuck out of her. I thought she was gonna kill her. Whoa. Oh, just like that? Hey, thanks, Mikai. Appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta pick up Saga Frontier 2. Wow, bleak. Hey, that looks like an organ. Dissonance. Very dissonance. Uh-oh, horror strings. Uh-oh. Nice choral. That vocal is beautiful. Wait, we've heard that before.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Oh, Twitch is 720p? I'll have to fix it. That's cool. That's a remix on the main
it's
theme.
to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Ah, so it keeps them them? Oh, the Tacit Discords.
Tacit discords,
Yeah.
the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
What do you mean the Dark Tide?
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via foam.
Foam?
It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Okay. Which it isn't. This is like a great mood setter. I wouldn't say that this piece necessarily, like, now we can feel like we're in a place of reverie or a place of, you know, it's a little meandery. It doesn't necessarily, like, lock in on, it doesn't have a forward momentum. You know what I mean? Winds of the Past. Seminary in the Sky. Yeah, so seminary, a place of learning, a place of worship, a place of improvement. That's interesting. What? Oh shit, that's an elevator? Whoa. It's definitely setting a mood.
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Oh, fuck. That's why you wanted male Rover? Because she touches your chest? Oh my god.
Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way...
If that shit happened to a stranger, it'd be
I see
weird.
it clearly now.
What? That'd be awkward regardless.
This calibrator seems to be operational.
Imagine.
One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, so this is how we start to invert. Cartethyia infuses the gravity calibrator for special energy. Use the gravity calibrator to change the gravity direction. Click the direction indicator along the wheel to change... Okay, alright. Alright. Okay, alright. The gravity calibrator will emit different colors. Blue when aligned with normal gravity. Yellow with gravity is inverted. Green when gravity is oriented sideways. Oh my fuck. Okay. So you go 3 different directions? Alright. Hey, Misery, thank you. Appreciate that. Whoa. Alright, so this is upside down, inverted.
It's turning.
Oh, I hope this is designed well.
Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull.
Well,
Hurry.
hopefully,
We need
okay.
to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't do that thing where it's like, now you gotta go sideways. Now you gotta go... Like, I'd rather just stay in one... I'd rather just stay in one, just personal preference. I'm not really crazy about, like, okay, well now we gotta change it again. You know, like, I'd rather just stay in one orientation. It's not too intrusive? Okay, good.
Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Okay, and then we'll grab this. And then we'll throw it there. Yeah, good idea about slowing down. I didn't realize that was gonna happen the first time. Whoa.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
welcome in. How do I feel about the new area? I'm not sure how I feel about this sideways mechanic just yet.
That's it. A tacitite device.
I appreciate it. It's moving at a pretty good pace.
Leave it to me.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding.
Oh.
To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer.
Why does it look like Cartethyia?
Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry.
Yeah, she
As for
herself
you,
doesn't know.
If I really am,
Then we'd be enemies.
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that, I'll still remember the girl who cared enough to worry about me.
Oh, that's sad.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, phone.
Oh, that was fast. Okay.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured?
Just some flesh wounds.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so it's a little bit faster than the other. Okay, I appreciate that. What the fuck? Where the fuck am I? I am? Where the fuck I am? That's mispronounced. That's awesome. That's a funny little... I appreciate a little sense of humor. Okay. Ah, okay.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity.
Okay.
Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines,
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation
Little remix
to
of
those
the,
in peril.
The Raguna theme.
in the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, Blessed Maiden, Fleur-de-lis.
It's a remix of the of the piece that we hear. What's it called? Fairy Tale.
None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
Huh. Oh, sorry. It's because of the angle. Well, that's the first bit of Arrow Rover we see.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Ugh. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion!
What was that? Look. What frequency, Abby?
I should ask you that. What did you do just now, huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal has something to do with it.
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Jinjo.
Wait a second. Is the
The Sentinel of Jinjo.
is the scent of? Imagine if the sword was
If
the
what
Sentinel.
our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Okay, so Arrow Rover is actually when she gets.
But the Sentinel isn't even here.
What if the Sentinel
The
Arrow
power
Rover
to
is
split and
actually?
manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true Maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the Sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cartethyia, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you.
So who's Cartethyia
Is there anything else you remember?
as compared to Fleur de Lis? Because they're one and the same.
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
You saw the coronation too.
Huh?
It'll tell us, okay.
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the Sonorosphere.
That's not good.
I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
We can take this time to think about the clues.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Is it true that the Fisalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Fisalius gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Fisalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Fisalia family by the first prime.
Napoli?
Napoli II.
I forgot about that guy. Oh, I forgot his name was Napoli. Naples.
When the conflict had settled,
That's fucking
he
funny.
arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Fisalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary, only a battlefield filled with darkness and suffering. The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian, casting a lure for puppets to bite. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. You see, it requires a puppet to carry its voice.
So is it essentially confirmed that Leviathan is actually the Threnodian? Because remember how in the first, in 2.0, it was alluded that there was some sort of duplicity with the Order of the Deep. Okay, it actually is the Threnodian. So is the Hippocampus the actual Sentinel? Because that would mean that he is a... Okay. We just don't know what... Okay, it's a spoiler. So we don't know whether Hippocampus... Don't ask, okay.
The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first Dark Tide was launched as a hasty reaping of Raguna and the Sentinel.
So the Sentinel thrust the Dark Tide onto Raguna. No, wait. No.
To save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the Dark Tide, the Sentinels split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II.
So Napoli II was the first...
This power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the strength to repel the tacit discords and purify the Dark Tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes.
Right.
The other part was kept inside Turvin. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today.
It was in that very moment when the Sentinel's power had been weakened that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today. So the Sentinel was actually a horse, or a unicorn, or Pegasus. The Threnodian then merged with that and transformed it into a half horse, half Pegasus. Or half Leviathan.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus should have been on Imperator's side.
Okay. So, the Order of the Deep, in that case, reveres the Threnodian and the Sentinel, but to them, they think it's just the Sentinel, not realizing that they've actually been corrupted into, well, manipulated, corrupted, into revering the Threnodian. So then what we have to do is we have to split the okay, I see.
Did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
So the Threnodian has corrupted the Sentinel. Therefore, well, I don't know why that's so fucking hard for my brain. I understand it in theory, but I'm like trying to so there is no Sentinel right now because the Threnodian exists within it as a host. Okay, that makes sense.
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart.
Right, okay, yeah.
Caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel, within the body they now shared.
Right.
The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's
It's like a
influence.
symbiote it's like Venom.
As the two divinities vied for dominance, he succumbed to many misdeeds against his own people. In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head of the Fisalias and begged for release.
So the Order of the Deep is not as manipulative or cunning as we thought. It just is hooked into into the lie that the Threnodian, because of this with the second Primus.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Fisalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in our hearts, waiting for the right moment to act.
Because what are they going to do? The Order is too powerful.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
You were pretty harsh on
Right.
Cartethyia.
Before I learned of those record secrets, I had only seen her from afar, heard tales of her accomplishments. While I would be willing to believe she stands with humanity, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more I must strip them away and think rationally.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Cartethia's game plan is in all of
It's
this.
only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own, and not the whispers I hear in the dark. Now, what could you possibly want with... A trivial experiment. A test designed to find those with the strongest wills and force them into resonating with Turvin. Yet after trying for so long, all we got was the answer, the maiden is dead.
What a terrible thing to like have to go through so much just really, really messed up experimentation, essentially, and mutation and so on and so forth. You know, and to like be forced into this pattern where you can't escape from. And yeah.
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation.
Right. So she's still...
Now what could you possibly want with me?
She still carries...
Like
she still carries that
Are
sort
you
of
going to
trauma.
search those areas we passed before alone?
And recognizes how messed up it was, seems like.
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and take this. Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're...
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Fisalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
Homemade panini. Should be panino, but we'll forgive them for that. Panini, if you didn't know this, panini is plural for sandwiches. Panino is a single sandwich.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way?
She said the dark tide is paradise?
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist.
Take care, paper, thank you.
There, deacons sing eternal hymns.
Why would she say that? It's a place where sickness, hunger, and sorrow disappear, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist.
From a literal standpoint, this line describes the dark tide perfectly. In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread.
I like how they essentially just reworked the punishing virus, kind of. But not with robots, obviously.
The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns day and night. They didn't need eyes or ears, for their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed, and for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable.
So the Leviathan
When a soul is corrupted to its core,
Oh, she's not
it will
good.
sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide.
Uh-oh, she's not nice.
And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands.
Oh, man, it
next.
really is the red tide from PGR. That's hilarious.
The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. That was its name before it became a Sonoro sphere. This seminary, built on an island, was not just a place of learning, but also a sanctuary for raising dragon echoes.
What did they
The Order scriptures, geography, history, and combat skills.
Shouldn't a seminary focus more on cultural arts?
This was a seminary reserved only for resonators, so naturally, their talents were put to more practical use. Besides, the doctrine of salvation emphasized the importance of combat. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? The Sword of Discord, Hogness, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltier. I can't remember anything else about Hogness, but as for Haltier, it was my former blade. How did it end up being one of the swords that can break the seal?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask?
Something
share
is
with you all
something
that I
is
can
not
remember.
quite right.
It's safer this way.
She doesn't trust herself.
You should get some rest. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
It's like Fleur-de-Lis is her ultimate form, and it's a danger. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, the one thing I'll say, just off the bat, is, and I don't necessarily think it's a negative per se, but I would say the pacing is, well, so I find that the telling of the lore is fine. This is much slower paced than 2.0. 2.0 felt like it moved as it introduced, right? And now in 2.2, we're getting to the bottom of things, so the pace is a little bit slower, and it feels much less shallow, right? 2.0 is nice because it was sort of like highlighting things. It was kind of right on the nose, right? Whereas now we're having to dig a little bit into like the reserve of what they want us to understand about the story. So I think the pacing is considerably, I'm not gonna say worse, but it's considerably slower than 2.0. I don't think it's boring because I find the lore pretty intriguing, but if someone is like sort of only thinking about it from like a gameplay / combat perspective, I don't think they would enjoy this nearly as much as 2.0, which even people complained about pacing in 2.0, which is absurd. I mean, it's like, so I think it's interesting because I think instead of if 2.0 was lateral and 2.0 was from left to right, this feels like it's from top to bottom, which is pretty interesting. So I think that that's quite good, and I do think that it's written and paced in a way that is interesting, and for those of us that are interested in the story, I think that there's actually a lot to digest on and go into as we start to uncover what's happening. So, yeah.
Well, this is where our paths must part.
I love First Berserker, actually. On easy.
You're here for the Sentinel. Why would you leave now?
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. It may be tied to the Sentinel.
Duels.
And besides,
Sword and
I'd
axe.
rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs, seeing as your gondola...
This music is so
only
interesting. It's so
holds two.
listless.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
Sleep well.
Such concern for me. I do hope to see the fruits of your labor when I return. Mind if I take Turvin?
Go ahead. It's no use now that it's out of the pedestal. Its energy is gone.
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
Yes, I plan on finishing 2.2 today.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
I don't find her overly sexual or overtly sexual in any way. It's kind of funny that then at that point I wonder she's just like a normal character.
If only I could still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords.
Yeah, no, I think the trailer for Cantarella was her as a person in general, not with the Rover. Also, mind you that in this story, she's trying to actively get something. So she's gonna be nice. She's playing nice with us. Because we can help her. You know? So probably the the trailer still did a great job of showcasing how messed up it was for her as a character.
Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism.
You know, the way that she grew up, the way that she lived, the way that she was forced into doing things.
It's stuck on the pedestal.
I'll be curious to fly around it, though.
The waterway is still incomplete. We have to look elsewhere.
No, it doesn't feel like 3 hours. It's been exactly 3 hours, actually. The waterway is still incomplete? Okay. Oh, you can switch on the fly? Oh, okay.
It's identical to the last statue.
We're doing this now.
We're still missing an area. But where?
Over there.
That might be too high for the wing ray.
Same as before. I'll handle it.
If I'm a music fan, as far as I know, I think I am.
Let me remove the sword. At least you won't come to harm if it's a trap.
Wow, that's her sword.
We'll do it together.
Oh no, it's definitely good, yeah.
But
if it's a trap, we stand a better chance together.
Titles are cool.
no traps.
Oh, happy music. Happy piano.
How does it feel to trust me?
It feels good. Why don't
Okay, interesting. Alright, so this is the Okay, so here's the Sentinel. Wait, no. still a hippocampus.
Fleur-de-lis, my resonator. Why dost thou persist?
A hippocamp-like creature.
Why abandon thy oath? Why hinder the spread of my gospel?
So she's manipulated by the Threnodian.
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna the Dirge Dragon.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped.
Okay, so oh my god, okay.
The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Continue thy disobedience at the risk of insanity.
So the thing that talked to us was actually the Threnodian. Well, it was the. Damn.
Look around. Thou hast none left. My most beloved resonator. Why persist in the error of thy ways?
So Fleur-de-lis, that's terrible. So she was the resonator to the Sentinel, but now this version of the Sentinel is, well, really the Threnodian possessing the Sentinel. Is what a betrayal that must have felt like for Fleur-de-lis as everyone lays dead.
I will never forget my cause.
Right, and she's trying to stand firm.
If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity.
And that takes so much balls and courage to do.
With the support and hope of countless souls, I stand before you.
Wow.
They fell, so I may rise.
Yeah. Huh. Whoa. So she is good. She's good. She nice. She nice.
You saw that too.
Imagine the weight of having to betray your own Sentinel.
Gehenna, the one you mentioned earlier. What happened to him? Thank you.
I killed him many times over for his mats.
Anna, Cadanto, Olnat, everyone.
Oh, thanks, guys. We reached 16,000 followers on Twitch. That's crazy.
I am finally able to face all of you.
She wasn't able to
I am
protect.
not your enemy, and your sacrifices were not in vain.
Hey, Rover. Just now there was...
Shh.
Uh-oh.
Later.
I'm gonna shut him up.
Someone needs a quiet moment.
Sorry you had to see me lose my composure.
She really was like a divine being. Well, Fleur-de-lis was. I'm trying to figure this out
my
too.
True self again. It doesn't matter if I am indeed the Threnodian's resonator,
No, girl.
because I know who to stand by and who to cut down.
You're forced to be the Threnodian's resonator. It's different.
Some of my memories have returned, thanks to you and Cantarella.
I am, yeah.
Feeling better?
No, not yet.
Right.
Not until we free the Sentinel and defeat the Threnodian. That is why we need to investigate the frequency you absorbed earlier.
Oh,
My turn to shine.
Galadriel? Actually, that's kind of an interesting... 2,000 viewers. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, we really broke a bunch of records today. I really appreciate that, man. That's cool. The
That blue
Woo
thingy
fam.
in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian.
I appreciate that a lot, guys. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. You tried to eat it again.
Of course not. It reeks. Just the smell alone is enough. Like I said, it's mixed up with something. It's too tough to chew.
Wait a second. Mixed up with
If the
something.
Sentinel splits their own energy to prepare the true Blessed Maiden, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy and then channel it through Hognis to the person who unsealed the passage?
Oh, so Arrow Rover is actually the Rover.
frequency of the Sentinel's true Blessed Maiden is supposed to clash with that of the Threnodians.
Oh, so that's what's going to happen. So we're going to become the Sentinels. We're going to become the Blessed Maiden. She's going to become Fleur-de-Lis and become possessed by the Threnodian.
A fusion of the two would endanger her life.
Question mark.
The answer might lie in the other frequencies that got mixed in.
I think if you're invested in Wuthering Waves' story from 2.0 to now, I think this patch is, juicy. It's interesting. So okay, let's look at it this way. So I'm just starting to mold some other thoughts. So if 2.0, again, we talked about left to right. This is a well, right? So 2.2, I find the pacing quite nice because I feel like the things that they're saying are easily understandable if you just like take a second to contemplate what they're saying, right? I don't feel like they're speaking in prose, or I don't feel like they're saying shit that like makes no fucking sense. Like I feel like it makes a lot of sense. And I think this is really like a marker in the story of 2.0. So this is like essentially like the depths of understanding what actually happened. And this is really Cartethyia and Fleur-de-Lis' patch, right? So it's like her story quest. It's like highlighting putting a high beam on the situation that happened before, so that we can then in the next patch, hopefully, move forward with the continued left to right story that's maybe more overarching, easier to comprehend, easier to digest, the sort of like larger scheme of things. This is interesting.
The answer might lie behind the third sealed passageway. Cartethyia is starting to make sense of things, but she'll need time to get her head straight. Same as before. We'll keep watch tonight and continue our journey tomorrow.
Of course.
So I think next patch will be, I have a feeling the next patch will be filler, and by that I mean it will be more stuff celebrating the game versus like moving the story forward, because I think the focus of next patch will probably be specifically on the anniversary, and whatever that means. We'll probably go to Jinzhou. We'll probably go to we'll probably do like the Zani story. I'm assuming Zani's next. So Zani story stuff. It'll be much more like a celebration rather than a very heavy story. Because here, I mean, if you actually think about it, the story of 2.0 has been pretty heavy and actually quite dark. I don't think, just as an opinion, I don't think that Wuthering Waves, or really any gacha story, should be considered that to a like AAA JRPG. Now, I think maybe this is like close to something that you would find in The Witcher, but honestly, the gacha cycle I think is more akin to something like an MMO expansion, just on a very shorter time frame, rather than something like a tried and true single player experience. I think the pacing of it feels more like an MMO to me, if that makes sense.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Dragon Tacet discords lived here long before the Renacita settlers arrived. With time and patience, the Order tamed them into echoes. They are fiercely intelligent and have their own social order. Gehenna was
like Living World Seasons and Guild Wars 2.
The only one we believed could lift the siege of the Dark
actually.
Tide.
Oh, hold on, sorry, I was looking at chat. Dragon Tacet discords lived here long before the Renacita settlers arrived. Okay. Tamed them into echoes. Huh. Gehenna was their king, and only we believed could lift the siege of the Dark Tide.
We hoped he would bring us the truth, but It seems he failed.
That's tragic.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
And here too, it's interesting on the music. The music really carries this feeling of sort of dread almost. I see it like an anime instead, like the OG, like Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, where the story's there, but once an arc is done, they get filler episodes and the story continues. Certainly.
I am a resonator born of the merge between the Sentinel and Threnodian. So, whose resonator am I?
Oh. I'm the resonator born of the merge. How?
Do I belong to the Threnodian?
Oof.
Or the Sentinel? What does it really feel like to be the Sentinel's resonator?
That's the music there. That's the danger laden within Cartethyia, because she's of two minds.
Juhe's resonator sounds like a woman of strong resolve. I would like to meet her someday. Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Interesting.
I need to clear my mind. I won't let my feelings get in the way of our journey tomorrow. You should get some rest. But just the sight of it is enough to...
That's right. Fuck pizza tropicale.
Is this what people eat nowadays?
I see you are a Raganazi through and through.
Oh, that's so funny.
Huh?
That's awesome. Get these pineapple out of here!
You're not going to eat it?
No.
That's fucking funny.
I'm grateful for your kindness, but I can no longer taste anything. Thank goodness. Nor do I need food to survive.
Oh.
How else would I have been able to last for so long in the Sonoro sphere? You should save this food for someone who truly appreciates it.
Hey, she was polite though.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
That's funny.
I need to clear my mind. I won't let my feelings...
Call Cantarella. Same place. Still wanna... She really isn't featuring very much in this story, is she?
Good evening. How goes progress on your end? So, a portion of energy was split from the Threnodian.
She wasn't like,
Cartethyia now?
Vaffanculo!
Rover, the soul is like a boiling cauldron. You may know the ingredients you add, but who can predict what will come of it? It might become an elixir, or perhaps a poison, or...
Yeah, Cartethyia is
perhaps
quite a
it will
gamble
simply
here.
fizzle away into nothing.
We really don't know what she's gonna
I've
become.
watched it happen far too many times.
She's actually very wise.
One must never grow complacent.
So, any updates on your end?
I found several things which may tip the scales in our favor.
Such as?
It would take too long to explain. And you deserve your rest, don't you? I will be there when your journey ends. We will speak of it then.
I'm okay, guys. I'm gonna keep going. As much as I want to give her the salad.
What? My eyes are still peeled. Nope. Nada. Zilch.
She's way more mature than Carlotta, actually, which is kind of interesting to me. She's very clearly like a woman who has been through a lot and has experienced a great deal, and so she's learned by experience because she's older. Now, being older doesn't necessarily mean wiser, but it's how we use the experiences that we're given, and I think also naturally with time and the suffering that each of us goes through, us people, we each have different worldviews because of those experiences, And it's interesting comparing Carlotta's experience with Cantarella's experiences, and how vastly different those are, and how like Carlotta's kind of the protege of the family. You know, she's bright, she's youthful, energetic. You know, Cantarella's much more like mature and grown, and kind of just knows the way of the world. You know, she's just like a little bit more savvy through experience and through like life itself, you know.
I can't shake the feeling that the two frequencies are somehow connected.
Imperator has the power to split energy, and Leviathan to merge and assimilate.
Right, okay, so they both have... So one merges and assimilates and the other splits.
So the source of that connection might very well be Leviathan's powers at work.
Yeah, could be. Isn't there one last place to go? Who knows what you'll need to cram into your tacit mark next?
The dragons? Wow. That's the song we heard in the live stream, I think.
Sorry I woke you.
It's fine. I couldn't sleep anyway.
Were you singing just then?
Bro. Oh, sorry.
Yes. A farewell song from the people of Renacida. We usually sing it when a friend is about to leave. During that battle, I never got to say goodbye or mourn their passing. And before my memories came back, I wasn't sure if I was worthy of paying them my respects. So now, even though I know these are just lingering frequencies, and they might not understand me, I want to say goodbye properly and thank them.
She's really, I appreciate how complex they've chosen to make these characters.
I'm fooling myself.
If you really think about it, she's so torn. I mean...
No. I'm sure they can feel what's in your heart. I'm not just saying that to comfort you. I believe it's possible.
Yeah, no, their cinematography is terrific.
I once saw two friends. One who was already dead. Reconcile with each other from within a Sonoro sphere. When frequencies are concentrated in one place, it's possible that their reverberations could still carry traces of human will.
Meaning?
They might still be able to hear and feel. Your voice, your goodbyes, your feelings could have reached them.
Thanks, Ren.
After all, these frequencies are strong enough to manifest in the real world.
Really?
They haven't made a move against us. They must still remember you, which means they can probably hear you too.
I'm glad. No. If they can still hear and feel, then the time for goodbyes hasn't come. I need to give them a real victory.
I mean, she's essentially preparing herself
Ease up
for
a little. As long as their obsession holds and the
for what she
Sonoro
needs to do
sphere
next.
stays intact, they won't vanish.
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty.
Cartethyia?
Nothing. Just a stray thought.
Hey, since we know you don't carry any blame, should I call you Cartethyia or Fleur-de-Lis?
Cartethyia. Yes. Cartethyia will do.
But why is she...
I want to stay here for a moment. Will you keep me company?
Of course. But why... Hmm. Oh no! She's leaning on the shoulder! It would have been so much better. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Male road. No, sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Good morning.
Shouldn't be an asshole. Just teasing. Oh, they can't be friends.
Morning,
they gotta be
Cartethyia.
lovers. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
It's time to go. Today is the day we settle this.
She's trying so hard to be strong, you know.
Let's do it.
Home is telling us to hurry up.
I could see why that would work with male Rover, of course. Oh. I could see why that would work. Wow, that's pretty. I'm just fucking around, guys, okay? Being playfully sarcastic. Poor mods had to work early today. That's it? The fuck? Really? His sword is broken.
Cadanto!
Cadanto?
He's not who you think he is.
Crazy heroic sounding there. Very like enthusiastic also. Fun meter shift.
Keep it together.
He's a heroic knight. He's a protector.
Strike from the shadow. Blast.
Chorus? Male chorus? What in the Yoko Shimomura is this? Wow, this could be... You could put this in Final Fantasy XIV, no problem.
The hour
It sounds like it's actually... Maybe because of the brass, it sounds like it could be out of Final Fantasy XII. That's really fun syncopation. Wow, this is like classical music. This is... You could put this in a concert hall. That's so cool.
The end has come.
I love that descending down. That's very good. That's a nice little tune. Damn.
Cadanto was my first echo after I
Oh.
joined the Order. When I stood against the Threnodian, he took a mortal blow meant for me and fell to the dark tide. I never thought he'd come back as a tacit discord.
But he still recognized this sword. And was still trying to protect it.
Haltia was my saber. I practiced with it often.
So that was why it was so triumphant musically.
Looks like he's still trapped in the
Oh,
past,
poor guy.
doesn't it?
That's actually really sad. Damn. So it was an honorable echo, an honorable knight, protecting, you know. Yeah, this whole thing is really just an extended story quest for Cartethyia, which is really beautiful. You didn't miss a cutscene unless you mean just like me hitting the thing. There wasn't much to see there. Amanda's here, Cartethyia's voice actor, gifting 5 subs to my channel, which you shouldn't do. Thank you so much, Amanda. You're doing such an incredible job. Really looking forward to seeing how this ends. I've also really appreciated the shift that you've done with Fleur-de-Lis, the little bit that we've heard of Fleur-de-Lis too. So
We must finish this and free Cadanto.
damn, it must have been hard for her to watch. He keeps being resurrected. Oh, Abby's gonna come out and do something?
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. I want to eat.
What?
Huh?
You can't eat him in front of Cartethyia. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That must be so terrible feeling. Do it. Wow. She's a strong
I'll
character.
handle this.
Oh my god, that looks like the Nier moment when she's looking at the... Oh, she embraces the tacit discord? Or the echo? Oh, that's really beautiful.
Please, allow him to fight at your side.
That's really lovely. Capitaneus. Wow. Cool. That's such a nice little lore thing for embracing the echo. I like that. They did really well. Also, let's take a look at this. Man, that's gorgeous. I'm looking forward to exploring this area much more. How did we get to Anor Londo? With water.
Fleur-de-Lis, wilt thou return to me?
Someone must expose your lies. As long as there is a sliver of hope, I will not give up.
Is that so? Then I shall reveal the truth.
So Fleur-de-Lis was clearly fighting.
Fleur-de-Lis,
Oof.
why dost thou resonate with me?
What?
Why dost thou hear into the minds of the faithful? Why dost thou act as my oracle? All this and yet thou dost not question.
Powerful male chorus.
Shut up!
The answer is this. Fleur-de-lis, thou art my creation.
Oh!
I made thee.
Oh! She's a puppet! Wait, oh! The strings! She's not...
All that thou art, I made whole. I made perfect.
She's not...
I fed upon the trust, adoration, and longing heaped upon thee by the masses. Thy resonance brought forth the second dark tide.
Oh, fuck.
What? Those clashing frequencies just calm down. That feels way better.
Looks like Abby settled down. It seems we were both affected.
So it seems.
I'm starting to remember everything. Just like you sensed I would.
Uh-oh.
The force that modulated the Sentinel and Threnodian's frequencies came from me. No, it wasn't what I originally intended. I think having you take it from here may be for the best.
Why do you say that?
This crown. It turned into what it is after the Dark Tide came. This is what the Threnodian uses to control its resonator. When the Threnodian unleashed the second Dark Tide, I, as the Cartethyia you see before you, split the part of myself that wished to live after seeing the corruption that stood before me.
Aha.
I chose to be broken from the very beginning to escape the Threnodian's inevitable grasp.
When the Threnodian unleashed the second Dark Tide, I, as the Cartethyia you see before you, split the part of myself that wished to live, Fleur-de-lis, wished to live after seeing the corruption that stood before me. So despite seeing corruption, Fleur-de-lis wanted to live. I chose to be broken from the very beginning to escape the Threnodian's inevitable grasp.
You see, when I destroyed the Threnodian that had taken over the Sentinel's body, it immediately began to assimilate into Fleur-de-lis. Its resonator.
Fleur-de-lis is the Threnodian's resonator. No, sorry. Wait, actually, that's not clear. When I destroyed the Threnodian that had taken over the Sentinel's body, you know, it, being the Threnodian, began to assimilate. Oh, shit.
She was the part of me that was left after I split myself. She retained the most power, and now hopes to one day destroy everything, even herself.
And that's why Cartethyia was put away. Because Fleur-de-lis, the Order of the Deep, ooh!
The Threnodian's endless whispers and screeches are slowly chipping
So
away
where's
at
Fleur-de-lis?
resolve. That's why she had no choice but to split her power's frequencies, just to buy herself more time. But using such resonance abilities came at a cost. The split frequencies, they needed a vessel. We don't have much time left. So, you see, I have been instinctively searching for someone to wield that power.
But when the Threnodians said that they made Fleur-de-Lis, essentially, Cartethyia is not real. She's a part of...
All that was given, possessed, or taken by the false divinity, I must pass to the one capable of resisting it. This is how I intend to lay the false divinity to rest.
All that was given, possessed, or taken by the false divinity, I must pass to the one capable of resisting it. The false divinity being the Threnodian. And that is how we end. Okay.
Not just its life, but its very existence for all time.
So you're saying that behind the last seal lies Fleur-de-Lis.
Fleur-de-Lis. The part of me I left behind. The one that also contains the Threnodian.
Oh!
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty.
So we've been unlocking everything.
Today, the part of me that wishes to live on will vanish. Is it because my wish has finally been fulfilled?
So the Threnodian made Cartethyia and Fleur-de-Lis.
Will you accompany me?
Oh!
One last time.
Oh shit! So Cartethyia is made by the Threnodian. Well, the Sentinel being possessed by the Threnodian, and then Cartethyia, the good part of that, or the Sentinel's part of it, that had that moment split off from Fleur-de-Lis. Oh, Shaw. I love this, like, sort of heavy pressed, almost guitar sound, as if to say, like, there's... Damn.
I have one final request. Now that you have the power to split and merge energy, there is something only you can do. Please, use the connection I still share with Fleur-de-Lis to bring the last fragments of her tortured consciousness here.
To have a conversation?
Then, with your power, remake us as one.
Wow. Selfless. Why?
That way, the Threnodian will remain trapped forever in a lifeless shell, unable to return to this world.
Right. No, because it'll take up a puppet. And that's Cantarella, I think. But doesn't that mean the end of the part of you that wishes to live?
I have lived my life to the fullest. I would like the ones who are left to do so as well.
Is YouTube chat just... All I see is Twitch chat. Oh, there's YouTube chat. Okay, I see.
Cartethyia has had her wish.
That's members only, I see.
Now, it's Fleur-de-Lis's turn. She seeks self-destruction to end the divinity, and with it, her torment. She has lost all hope and believes that no rescue is possible. Remaking us as one is the only way I can think of to fulfill her wish. Or rather, grant her what we wish. I was born to this world cursed. The Threnodian intended for me to live as a threat to others.
Okay, yeah, right.
But the puppet born of its wickedness will become the prison that seals its fate.
I see what she wants to do.
I shall be whole again, true to myself at last. A fitting end, don't you think?
I do wonder if the Order of the Deep is aware of all of this. And Fenrico's been acting, but he's known because they propped up Fleur-de-Lis. They guided her through the whole thing. They made her seem like the maiden, like all this duplicity. Ooh.
I have reached my final destination. One last swan song.
Oh,
And then
shit.
the lights go out.
Damn.
I understand.
Not my new friend.
Thank you.
Wow.
Forgive me.
Actually, the pause there was good. Wait. Oh, is that how is that how we become Arrow Rover? We absorb Cartethia's energy into us? What the fuck? It's Abby.
Can't hold it any longer.
Oh, that was the blob. Okay.
Why are you doing this? Neither Cartethyia nor Fleur-de-Lis should continue to exist. Don't go.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Damn, Femme Robert posed. She was ready to go. Did you see that? She was like split legs. She's like, fuck this shit. We're ready to go. I like that. She said, I'm fucking going up there. Get out of my sight. I was all about that. She was strong. I appreciate that. So that's interesting. That's not a fake out. That's not a fake out to me. That feels like here's a person that believes that the only thing that she can even have is death.
Ever so determined.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cantarella.
Not the music notes coming over to uh-oh.
Bone brought me here. I'd have shown myself earlier. But it didn't seem like the right time to interrupt.
Uh-oh.
Looks like what I prepared could still be put to good use.
Oh, shit!
Turvin.
The Sentinel's sword. It will help you resist the Threnodian's attack.
Oh, wait, no, I thought she was gonna, like, kill her.
What's inside?
To pass the divine trials, every potential maiden must resonate with the Sentinel through Turvin. Those who survive receive fragments of truth, but at a cost. Memories lost in varying degrees. The lost memories
I just don't
fall
trust
into this
Cantarella.
Sonorosphere, each carrying faint traces of the Sentinel's power, the power within those fragments of truth. Turvin absorbs this energy.
The slow pan up, for real? Okay. Alright, Koro.
The Sentinel's
That's beautiful.
energy flows through you. You are more than
Yes, you can still be the Sentinel's resonator. Look at you can't look at that. That's amazing. With the Sentinel's head right back there. Come on.
But you, Cartethyia, you alone must choose to wield it. Only then will it become the Blessed Maiden's sword.
So she can. That's amazing. So she wants Rover to kill her, and instead she said, now Cantarella is actually helping and says you actually can do this a different way. You can become what you. It wasn't even possible. You know. Look at it. Look at it. Like this moment here is terrific.
Does it also hold the sacrifice you made?
No, my sacrifice was used up long ago.
Sacrifice?
At the time I resonated with the Sentinel, I saw you through their distorted eyes.
So the Sentinel was still like reaching out to Cartethyia.
Or rather, I saw Fleur-de-Lis battling the Threnodian.
So they can still merge and come back together and unite?
In that moment, I made a sacrifice that would shift the balance of power.
Was it?
The energy I received from the Sentinel's second awakening. I split it from myself and offered it back to the Sentinel so they could, for a moment, regain control.
Oh, she's
of their
good!
body.
So instead of keeping it for herself, she split it from myself and offered it back to the Sentinel so they could regain the control of their body.
Only by doing this could Fleur-de-Lis seize the moment to kill the already tainted Sentinel.
Okay, wait, okay.
So, the real Blessed Maiden is dead.
Oh.
But there is no reason why the false Blessed Maiden cannot herself become the true Blessed Maiden, is there? A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade.
Hey, what the fuck? Guys, this is the biggest stream I've ever had, man. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I am very grateful for today. Thank you so much. Almost 3,000 people on YouTube. And it's not all about numbers, of course, but I really appreciate the love gathering for this, and all you hate watchers out there, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate that very much. This is very cool. This is pretty peak, so I appreciate you coming to watch the reaction about it. I appreciate that. Thanks a ton. Thanks a ton.
Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Threnodian. But that doesn't mean we cannot reshape our fate.
3.1. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and if you want to check out Freerun, I just filmed the entire thing on Patreon if you want to support the channel in some other way.
You. In spite of my curse, my
Sorry.
life of hardship,
I gotta make, that's my
must
moment.
still
I mean,
stand for the truth.
what am I do? Isn't that what YouTubers do? Sorry. In spite of my curse, my life of hardship, I must still save what is true. I love this music though. It's so like plaintive and I still don't fully trust Cantarella though. Yeah, this week I'm starting Gurren Lagann and Apothecary Diaries as well. I try to do a couple episodes a week. Obviously my game channel is always my priority, but...
Had you not stopped the second dark tide? Well, it is we who should be thanking you.
Man, I really appreciate what Cantarella's, like... Cantarella's story contribution to this is actually massive. So interesting to... Huh? What's going on?
At least you can't accuse me of ingratitude.
Huh?
I just need a moment's rest.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Apologies, but they're doing something rather important.
Oh, this is just a random echo.
Please? Do give them some privacy.
Oh, they said privacy. Oh. Wait, why is she, like, suffering there?
Abby?
Yeah. Yep.
Face them? Face them?
Yoink Leviathan out. Huh? But all you have left is the energy I ate before. You sure that's enough?
Some things you just gotta do.
Fuck yeah, girl, let's go. Oh, fuck. Wait, that also looks like Cartethyia. Oh! I thought she'd be taller. Oh, inverted. Wait, what? Whoa.
Come to me, mighty god killer.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I don't know where we are right now, but that's fine. Oh, my God.
One with the sound. Keep it together. Last chance.
Love that brass in there, though, dude. Brass is sick as shit.
Nowhere to hide.
Am I about to die?
You are much weaker.
She walks on water? She is Jesus Christ. Oh my God, she is very cool.
And you.
Oh! Uh-oh. Reunion.
You would betray yourself.
No. This is not betrayal.
Whoa!
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade. Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Threnodian.
Wait, what?
But that doesn't mean we cannot reshape our fate.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as
Oh,
long as you
she's
stay true to yourself, everything will be alright.
just getting her second chance to...
This is me being true to myself.
Oh my goodness. So she's gonna... Oh shit. So Arrow Rover, I was right. She's gonna morph... She's gonna imbue her power into... What?
Inheritors. No. Your own power. Useless.
As long as I can save the person in front of me, I am not useless.
Goosebumps.
No retreat.
Oh my God, they put vocals to the song. Wow, goosebumps.
At least. Right, damn it.
Making joy
Oh my god, it's like the flow moment from 14. Beautiful harmony.
I tried everything. How could this be? Again, I failed. I'm sorry.
Damn.
This warm light must not fade. Take my power.
I called it.
My past. Seek out a future. Where I am your blade. We'll find it together. Righteous one.
Righteous one. Oh! Get pissed! Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, what the fuck? The piano! Rover gains a new ability, casting resistance skill, holding basic attack, allows Rover to leap in the air. Down, 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 down. That is the... God, this game is fucking good, dude.
Wind rises. Bad timing.
Electric guitar?
And the toughest.
Oh, fuck yeah, you are.
Down with the curtain.
Hey, what the fuck? Oh my god, she's a raid boss. What the fuck? She's a raid boss.
Obey. Wind calls. Waves follow.
Holy shit, she's a raid
Waves
boss.
rise. Judgment strikes.
Glorious piano.
Shadow descends. Swift and resolute. Wind calls. Waves follow. The wicked will face judgment.
What a cool way to get a new set of skill, dude. Cinema, this is actually peak as shit. What a gorgeous song, holy fuck.
Moment of resonance.
Oh man, the little delay there, the syncopation, oh my god, that's incredibly cool. And that's also the resoluteness of Cartethyia, you know? It's like embracing all aspects of it. She heals when she...
One more time.
Well, that was... Rover needs a new outfit so badly. Wow, it just showcases how canonically, like, hardcore Rover actually is. All these abilities. Havoc, Spectro, Arrow. Wow, this is amazing. Holy shit. Because she's got all that Threnodian power inside of her. Oh my god. This is so well done. The little smile. Oh, wow, shit, we just got a glimpse of the Threnodian there. Leviathan. Wow.
Well done.
Because she removed the Threnodian from the system. Oh my god!
Seek out a future where I am your blade. We'll find it together.
Wow. Wow. We gotta go through all the slow stuff to get to this, but the pacing actually pays off in a big way. But this is the thing. The payoff here. Wow.
The frequency in her body is already...
All that lore buildup gets us to this.
Arbiter, despair not.
And this is the Sentinel's voice.
Not lost.
Woo! Oh my goodness!
Arbiter, forgive me for meeting thee in such a form.
Oh, it's beautiful!
Imperator? I thought you...
I safeguarded my core data, lest I be wholly assimilated.
Can you save Cartethyia?
Arbiter, dost thou remember the covenant we made?
No, I don't remember.
Soon thou shalt recall all. Thou didst desire that I uncover the Threnodian's true nature. So I set forth a condition, that my root privileges be unbound, that I might act without restriction.
With unrestricted access, you were going to...
Merge with Leviathan, a measure of last resort. At the time, I had no other recourse.
Sorry about the chroma.
So, I allowed it to believe it had prevailed.
Oh, why?
The Threnodian is a taint upon civilization. Only by partaking of its blight could I seek to comprehend it.
So, what did you learn?
The Threnodian cannot be undone while civilization endureth. Even it knows not the means of its own destruction. But we may yet shackle it.
What role does Cartethyia play in this?
When Leviathan merged with me, it breached my mind. I offered knowledge of the Resonator, yet concealed one small truth. Beings such as we may bear but a single resonator.
Right.
The Threnodian used my return pod to conceive an entity known as Fleur de Lis, to make her its resonator. After centuries of failure, by sheer trial, it found success but once. We were of one body. Therefore, when Fleur de Lis became Leviathan's resonator, she also became mine. But mark this well. To the Sentinel, a resonator is an anchor. To the Threnodian, they are but a shackle.
This is so fucking cool. These angles are amazing. I mean, like...
With the Fisalias.
When first I did merge with the Threnodian, I sought only but to bide, awaiting a resonator of steadfast will to join me in the war against the Threnodian.
Just killing time, waiting for that resonator to join.
After Fleur de Lis's conception, Cantarella became my safeguard.
And that was her part to play.
But had Fleur-de-Lis fallen to the Threnodian sway, as long as one mortal using Turvin passed the second awakening to become my own resonator.
They were waiting for the second awakening.
Then the law that no being shall bear more than one resonator at a time wouldst have been shattered.
So there was always a safety plan.
This wouldst rend asunder the frequencies of I, Imperator, Leviathan, and Fleur-de-Lis in a tempest of chaos. And the Threnodian wouldst not escape destruction. Such was my intention. Yet Cantarella chose another way.
Not all journey toward a final destination. Some are destined to pave the way. Take my energy. I will find a way out myself. I trust this will serve to pave the way for you.
She forfeited all the power of the second awakening, surrendering it unto me.
Wow, so she gave it back.
With that newfound power, I did briefly regain control, and in that moment, compelled Fleur-de-Lis to strike at my form as it was, corrupted by the Threnodian.
But that wasn't your original plan.
No. It was an unexpected variable. A plan I could not have conceived. Or rather, a plan born of hope. Perhaps this is the influence humanity has wrought upon me. To change is to be free. Fleur-de-Lis overcame the fate Leviathan ordained, and so too did Cantarella walk a path unscribed in my records. Though the journey was fraught with twists, we stand victorious.
I don't know if the end justifies the means.
Yeah.
Arbiter, was I wrong?
Here's the thing. Now, this is the second time that we have these conversations with these sentinels. And in truth, it's an incredible thing that we don't actually fully understand or know what our role to play is as the Arbiter. In a human form, mind you. Now, the only thing that we know is that first scene with Lucia from PGR sending us down to Soul 5, right? So, like, we actually don't know. Like, it's incredible. The fact that we're having these conversations with these deities for most average people.
I can't speak for what I wasn't a part of. You did what you could do in that moment.
I think
still standing because of it?
I think I got that right. I don't know.
Doesn't get to judge.
Arbiter, in the few moments we have left, might I speak with Fleur-de-Lis?
So Cantarella had the chance to become the resonator of the Sentinel, to forego all of the shit that she experienced in her life and all the stuff we saw in the trailer and all of the misunderstandings and misrepresentations that she was given, that we heard at the beginning of this. And instead she says, I'm going to give this power back to you because I saw what's actually happening here. Crazy.
Call her Cartethyia. That's what she wanted.
So the gooning was a twist used to manipulate you into thinking one thing about her, when in actuality, she was actually a saint. And all you could talk about were her boobs. Shame. Shame. Shame on all of you. Shame
How
on all
do
of you.
intend to bring her back?
You judged a book by its cover.
Remnants of her frequency linger within thy tacit mark. So long as a conduit
She had to play the game.
her frequency shall be reborn into her body.
So long as the conduit is established. Remnants of her frequency linger within the tacit marks. Okay, so the person who was like, you know what I hate? Not a spoiler. Seriously, spoiler. You know what I hate? When they kill a character and bring her right back. That was the entire fucking plot of the. I specifically said in that, do not spoil. I just need to know, how did they cook for 2.2? They totally spoiled. All they didn't have to. There's only 4 characters in the fucking patch.
Me.
Wait, what did she say? What do I use as a conduit? Okay.
This dying breeze has little time left.
That's true. Rinashi, that means rebirth
on its final journey.
in Italian.
Arbiter, one question remains. Did I fulfill the charge set upon me?
Who are we? Oh my god, wait, so... Wait a second. So what's gonna happen here? We still need a sentinel. Oh, this is so sad.
Arbiter, take these words to the Fisalias. From this day forth, you are free.
No more looking for the Blessed Maiden. But does this mean that the Thernodian is also gone? We saw the glimpse of it, but we didn't actually see... I want to go back and I want to watch that cutscene, because...
Cartethyia, awaken.
You are...
I am Imperator, a being that owes you a great debt.
She's in the fetal position. She's being reborn. She is being... Questa è la rinascita. This is the rebirth of Cartethyia.
Dost thou rage at how life has unfolded? Dost thou renounce faith or hold resentment?
Wow, it's beautiful.
If thou wishes to forget, I can erase the past from thy memory.
Such memories do bring me pain, but that is evidence of their truth. Without the truth, I would not have had the strength to carry on. The truth is a beacon in the maelstrom of my life, and I would rather suffer for it and rejoice in it than abandon it to blissful ignorance.
Sometimes it's better to know the truth.
I am true to myself. Please, don't make me forget who I am.
I have heard thy wish.
If I go, you will be one step closer to perfection.
What a beautiful character, though.
No. If you do that, I wouldn't be me. To deny my own self and my experience.
Damn, we're doing some shadow work here. This is therapy.
Would be hollow. I would be heartless.
Thou hast need of divinity no longer.
God, she's gorgeous, dude. Seriously, like...
Though my power hath waned, I now offer thee my blessings. Let the winds of the past depart. The ships
Are they gonna hold hand? Are they hold? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. Damn, she has huge hands. What the fuck? How tall is she? 7 foot? Shit, hands are bigger than mine.
No longer shall scroll and prophecy bind, but thy will shall forge a new era. Cartethyia, thou art worthy to bear the title of Blessed Maiden.
Oh. Fleur-de-Lis's design is incredible. Whoa. That doesn't feel cheap to me at all. That doesn't feel cheap to me at all. I thought that was a book.
Righteous one. I have never seen you look as gentle as you did during our fight.
Because she didn't want to. She didn't want to. Oh, this is her personalities merged. The voice is actually lower. Normal speaking voice rather than...
Should I call you Cartethyia or Fleur-de-Lis?
I want to say that it doesn't matter. But since you first met me as Cartethyia,
wow.
that is who I shall be.
She gets to be whole again.
Very well. Cartethyia.
I thought I saw the Sentinel just now.
They accepted you as their Blessed Maiden.
So where are they?
Yeah, the crown is gone. But surely the Sentinel will come back now that she can control now that she's the Blessed Maiden and the Sentinel's resonator. I'm shocked at we're already here. Like, this is essentially the end of the arc with... Well, okay, hold on. I have thoughts.
I can't return to Ciaccona as Fleur-de-Lis.
We're going to get some Fraxidus later on in this
Divinity
2.0 patch. I'm very intrigued as to where we're going to go.
And my past aspirations.
Wow, I have a lot of thoughts, chat.
They're all gone. I feel empty.
You can always go wherever you want.
Not a bad idea. But right now, I don't want to think about anything.
There's a lot left yet? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you meant in general. Oh my god, I should have been male Rover. She laid on her chest. Oh no. This would have been better as a man.
I'll stay here for a while longer. Is that all right?
Oh my god, she wants to stay on my boob. I should have been a man. I love it. I actually love it. I love it like this. That's so beautiful. It's like, uh-oh. Frolova. That's a nice little teaser there.
The one who defies hath banished herself to the high tower, cleansing the remnants of the dark tide.
The one who defies being Cartethyia. She banished herself.
She knew not that the dark tide would never recede. She shall prove the most loyal servant to divinity.
You are wrong! Humanity has its flaws, and you've exploited our weaknesses. But we shall not go down without a fight.
So even Fleur-de-Lis wanted to fight against the Threnodian. Oh, so she actually... Okay. So she also fought against her. Okay. They were united in their cause, but then...
Be that as it may, how long shall thy resolve endure?
The righteous will always rise to defeat evil.
Damn.
I will defeat you and await my own defeat. Whoever it is, the tide of resistance never ceases. False divinity, suffer my disobedience! I cannot fall now. No wall is impregnable.
Terrific music, man. Terrific piano, especially.
Humanity has its flaws.
You can hear
The Threnodian.
right there. You hear the forward momentum in
We
this.
shall not go down without a fight.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? This is.
The waves of resistance shall never cease. Mankind will not be oppressed by the Threnodian.
Oh.
Now, be free. Light, come hither! Make way for your destroyer. Come to me. Mighty God Killer.
So that was what she was. That's what her mental state was. Okay. Whoa. Huh. So she was playing her
Righteous
role.
One, please keep what happened between us.
Of course.
Thank you. I know what I want to do now.
What's that?
I want to surpass you.
Huh?
You're strong. Stronger than me. You could defy my wishes, ignore my pleas, defeat me, and in the end save me. But if one day you find yourself in a similar predicament to mine, who's going to save you?
Foreshadowing.
Your bond with the Sentinel is now a bond with me.
Because the Sentinel no longer exists, but is also imbued within Cartethyia. So it's almost like we are the arbiter of Cartethyia.
You were their arbiter.
Oh, yeah.
And they were your helper.
There you go.
But I want to go beyond that.
Can't. I'm one step ahead of you, Wuthering Waves.
I want to be more than someone who works on trifles. Like harmonizing the frequencies between you and Abby.
Hey, I'm more than a trifle. Wait. I didn't realize you're the reason I stopped feeling icky.
Should the day come when you find yourself in a similar predicament to mine, I'd need to defy your wishes, ignore your pleas, defeat you, and be your savior. If that were to ever happen, wouldn't I need greater power to set you right?
Why is she... She's alluding to that a lot.
Just like how you set me right. Would you deny me the chance to return the favor?
Bold words from someone I handily beated.
Careful now. Your provocations work far too well on me.
Right now, you're less a Blessed Maiden and more a steely knight.
Well, my one creed is to be true to myself. In that sense, I am rather headstrong.
Her laurel, or her crown is back.
A knight. Yes, perhaps I'll be a knight errant.
Nice.
That does sound appealing. But, truthfully, so much of this world feels unfamiliar to me now. Will you be there to guide me, should I need it?
Absolutely.
Then it is agreed. One last thing. You should speak with Cantarella. I can sense she made it out of the Sonoro sphere safely.
And you?
I'll go later.
Bruh. I'm so grateful for you guys, by the way. You can let YouTube out of their jail too, by the way. Appreciate that. I asked if we would break records today, and we did. Appreciate that very much. I can actually control how it appears. This crown can remind me of the things that I should never forget. I appreciate that she wants to own herself.
So you haven't forgotten me.
Sorry everything got so hectic.
I shouldn't put my guest on the spot. Moving on. How is Cartethyia?
She needs time.
Understandable. Her transition back to mortal life is a drastic departure from her former existence. Now, I suppose I should thank you.
Huh? What's this?
Blood Pact's pledge. A symbol of the unbreakable pact between you and the Fisalia family. Each head of the family is entitled to one, and only one. You vanquished the Threnodian and brought peace at last to the Fisalias. You should have it. Consider this a token of gratitude.
Is that the only one?
You wish for more? Or is there something else you'd have me do?
I want you to make peace with the Montellis.
Oh. Do you intend to mediate between the two families?
Any deadly feud I should know about?
Tiresome feuds rarely last between two formidable houses. But alas, there is only so much light. Some branches greedily reach for more than they need, and the forgotten are doomed to wither in the dark. Disagreements lie not only... How fortunate I now find myself with time to fix things. If you're interested, I'd gladly teach you how to care for a family such as ours.
Before I forget, Imperator left a message.
Tell me. I'm ready.
Appreciate that.
From this day forth, you are free.
I'll remember that.
Will you tell the others?
I've spent so long preparing for this day. A few more will hardly make a difference. More tea before you go.
Wow. I felt this patch was exceedingly good. I mentioned this earlier, but to me it felt like this was a well. And in order for us to get into the nitty-gritty of this world, we had to dive all the way down into it, right? It's extremely complex, you know? I appreciate that we learned fairly quickly in Renacita's sort of life cycle with this 2.0 patch sequence that we actually got a ton of information in this, you know? We'll do Cantarella's quest next week. I also so do I think this is better than 2.0? I think this is the Empire Strikes Back, if that makes sense. I felt that they were equal. 2.0 is more shallow than this. 2.0 is more shallow. 2.0 is the setup. It's required, right? If like I said earlier, it feels from left to right. It feels very wide, like, ooh, what's gonna happen? You know, it feels very expansive. It's got some climaxes and stuff, but in general, it feels kind of like surface level deep, right? Whereas this, oh yeah, the third prophecy of Furlova, you're right. Whereas this, we went deep into, like, you know, the Mariana Trench, essentially. We had to, like, dive in and, like, uncover all of this stuff. Now, I expected this stuff to be uncovered much later on, so I'm curious to see where they're gonna go. But I adored the revelations. Now, in truth, I wasn't crazy about the pacing in the inverted tower. They baited us with the goon. Yeah, totally they did.
spare a second? Slow your pace, listen to the story of Cartethyia. She called for freedom, she yearned for legend, dreaming of splendid adventure. Will the prophecy manifest? Will I be the maiden who is blessed and walk down the glory path? Bring honor and brightness back. Wipe out all the enemies in sight. There is no turning back this time.
I adore the fact that it's the motif, it's the main theme. Could you spare a second, show your pace, slow your pace, listen to the story of Cartethyia. She called for freedom. Wait, is this Adam Gutman by chance? Well, I don't know, actually. We don't know, do we? She called for freedom. She yearned for a legend, dreaming of a splendid adventure. Will the prophecy manifest? Will I be the maiden who is blessed? And I walk down the glory path. Bring honor and brightness back. Wipe out all the enemies in sight. There is no turning back. Will I realize? Will the laurel be placed on my head? One day we shall cheer and dance, making joy forever last. Ah, yeah. Very, very melancholy. Will I realize? I've seen nothing but a vicious light. Here comes the growling dark tide. The more pain she feels, the clearer she sees. Halos of divine are fading. I can hear the bell of faith sound. It's the high time to turn around. I'll carry on my glory. I'm still that girl carrying the hopes. I'll break the shackles, free the souls trapped in those dark worlds. It's all about gumption. I mean, it's all about power. Nothing can stop me walking down this path, bringing honor and blessing back. Won't accept the fate that is set. There is no turning back this time. God, that's powerful. Huh? It's actually, you know, so that it sounds like a mandolin or a ukulele, like it's a mandolin. The way the mandolin plays in there, it's actually amazing. So the piano sets it up, but then the mandolin takes over underneath, sort of over top of it. And it's actually incredibly bleak in that moment. You know what I mean?
Could you spare a second? Slow your pace, listen to the story of Cartethyia. She called for freedom, she yearned for legend, dreaming of splendid adventure. Will the prophecy manifest? Will I be the maiden who is blessed and walk down the glory path? Bring honor and brightness back. Wipe out all the enemies in sight. There is no turning back this time. Will it realize? Will it realize? Will the laurel be placed on my head? One day we shall cheer and dance, making joy forever last.
You know, it's an amazing thing if you think about it, because right before this, Cartethyia literally tells us to kill her, right? Or it's insinuated, at least, that, like, you know, fight Fleur-de-Lis, send her down here, and then let's end this thing, right? But instead now, when she decides to go up there, when she has that talk with Cantarella and she, like, regains that sense of power and what have you, that's when this is actually an incredibly empowering song that says, like, hey, I want to live, right? I want to feel like my life has value and I'm worthy of existing in the space. And it's glorious, because suddenly she moves away from that sense of, what's the point? I need to do this because I need to protect whatever. And instead she says, no, I want to be alive. I'm going to fight for this moment, you know? Also, I think just for the record, I think adding a lyrics song here, instead of having it like be epic choral, which we do get which is great, by the way. That other piece was amazing. What I think is amazing here is that the song having lyrics ultimately becomes even more impactful because it highlights what's happening in two different ways, visually and vocally. Now, it's a great song without the vocal visuals too, which is also really awesome.
Prophecy is nothing but a vicious lie. Here comes the growling dark tide. The more pain she feels, the clearer she sees. Halos of divine are fading. I can hear the bell of fate sound. It's high time to turn it around.
What if this song is actually fleur-de-lis, and then the upper voice is Cartethyia, and it's actually them in unison. They're together, because there's a wonderful harmony in that. I kind of think that they might be together. It might be a unified sound where they both want the same thing, but they haven't been able to do it because of the clashes in their, in their lives that's happening. Yeah, it's cool.
Carry on my glorious journey with the blessed and wish by my side. Won't accept the fate that is set. There is no turning back this time. This will realize, it will realize. Truth in my heart never dies. Oh,
Because Fleur-de-Lis is also a victim to the Threnodian in this moment as well. You know what I mean? She also has the burden to bear. You know what I mean? They both have their own burdens. Cartethyia locked herself away, if I recall, if that's accurate, locked herself away in the Sonoro sphere to protect from this situation. And then Fleur-de-Lis has been wandering around we saw her perspective. She's been wandering around trying to save, trying to get out of the mind control of the puppetry of the Threnodian. So it's not like, you know what I mean?
all the veils of lies with the silver sword in my hand. Divinity, blindfolded me, wrap me in lies like ocean's mist. I'm still that girl, carry the hopes. I'll break the shackles, free the soul.
Yeah, those lyrics say what I'm saying.
Nothing can stop me. I can
Yeah, because even here she says thank you, or she said you did a good job, or whatever she said. You know what I mean?
Seems back. Won't accept the fate that is set. There is no turning back this time.
Oh, it was Fleur-de-Lis. Oh, let's see.
Will be true. Be a closure for this myth book. One day
Fleur-de-Lis locked herself away. After she slew the creator, the Threnodian, and became possessed by it, she split herself and created Cartethyia to find a person that can slay her. I see. Okay, I got it. That was what it was. I love that part because it just like suspense. So then what's the other one? The other one is Chains, I think I got it right here. Chains of Oath, Echoes of Promise.
I can hear the bell of fate sound.
I can hear the fate of Bell, fate sound.
It's high time to turn it around.
Time to turn my fate around.
Well, the prophecy many.
I appreciate, so this song is actually lower, and I appreciate it because it's way more resolute. It's way more like, damn, like I've lost everything, right? I can't turn back. This is all I can do. You know what I mean?
Will I be the maiden who's blessed? Then I will walk down the glory path, bring honor and brightness back.
And this song is a lot more hopeful and more still beaten back, but being willing to say, you know what? No, I'm not gonna allow myself to give in to this. And the lyrics here, actually, I don't know if we have lyrics yet. I don't think we do. It's alright, we'll get it eventually.
Wipe out all the enemies inside. There's no turning back this time. Well, they realize
There's no captions.
realize. Will the laurel be placed on my head?
Realistically, though, based on what I'm listening to, there are two perspectives about the same ideas. So the lyrics are the same. Cartethyia is a little bit more innocent, a little bit more like hopeful, youthful, whereas this one's much more like the warrior, you know, the fighter.
One day we shall cheer and dance, making joy forever.
That is such Final Fantasy XIV vibes, by the way. I don't want to spoil that for you, but
Lost.
what an amazing character. The strings and the piano here, it's all like, it's really about the loss of not being willing to give up, but it's a different energy. And that's the other thing worth noting, is that the other theme is a much more energetic piece, whereas this is much more somber, much more stoic, much slower, because it's like it's all about regaining energy. Where the other one's like, no, I want this. This one's like, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Those are the differences there. It's very subtle, but that's the musical difference between those two, emotionally anyway.
Then I will walk down the glory path, bring honor and brightness back.
When she goes up into the upper register, she's like calling out, kind of. She's like, man, I'm getting tired, but I won't give up.
All the enemies inside, there's no turning back this time.
She smiles. She smiles. She smiles because she's happy that finally she gets to put this to an end. Look at that. She smiles. That's really cool. Right there.
Well, they realize, will the laurel be placed on my head? One day we shall cheer and dance, making joy forever.
Nice harmony. That's the unification there. Man, that's gorgeous. It was a short patch. You know, it reminds me a lot of like a Warframe patch, like a Jade Shadows or something, which is very, very full of emotional content and very short usually. Like Warframes tend to be much shorter, but it's really stunning. All right, let's check this out. I want to sit with this a little bit. So it's cool because it goes from this really like sort of entrance music to all of a sudden we switch into this dum. It's cool. Check this out. And then we switch in here. Bum, bum, and then the chorus comes in. That's sick. Tight. And I think It's interesting because I don't actually think that fleur-de-lis, the music of fleur-de-lis here is actually, it's not representing fleur-de-lis. What it represents is the Threnodian. It represents the Leviathan. You know what I mean? You can even hear some of the crunch in there in that little corner that I just stopped at. That is like, there's a little bit of a distant soprano, I'm pretty sure. That to me sounds like that could be fleur-de-lis, but in general it's really about the merger of the two, using, because really this is obviously Cartethyia has her own, but fleur-de-lis has her own power, but it's really the merging of the two that causes that. But you can actually hear the distortion right here. You hear that? You hear that? Yeah. The echo she drops is the Threnodian sword. That's interesting. Yeah, so yeah. Shadow. And you hear the sighs and the brass especially. Whoa! You hear that? Whoa! That's kind of like almost like disturbing. There's a disturbance in there, isn't there? Whew! Stank. It's also very slow. Oh yeah, she regains the color, yeah. I love the danger laden in that with the what sounds like either the viola or the cello. Let me quickly go to phase 2 here. Oh yeah, this is cool. So this is awesome because all of a sudden it's like this actually has a bit of a desperate sound to it. That's as if to say like this pushing against the edges of the battle, right? It feels like it wants to creep out. So I could see someone mentioned it. It's true. It could be fleur-de-lis trying to push through the Threnodian's press. You know what I mean? Oh, the piano is majestic in here. Oh, and the electric guitar comes in. Yeah, this is dope. Could be staccato. Boom, bow, boom, bow, boom, bow. See, this is so now that we move away from the sharp rhythms, this is actually where we get this really nice legato. It still kind of moves, but this really feels like this is when fleur-de-lis kind of comes through and emerges out. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope. Also, I wanted to also comment, just I thought it was really fun to have all three different of the Rover's abilities, and it felt to really be like the arbiter in that moment and to be free was incredible. To be able to like alternate between, you think there's some Ace Combat type music? Oh, that's cool. But I love this because this really feels like it's either Rover sort of breaking through and actually being able to do the fight, and not feeling like our back is against the wall, or it's when we get fleur-de-lis kind of coming through, which is really dope right here. Let me rewind just a little bit. This is so Yoko Shimomura too, especially with the piano. It's heroic. It has like intention behind it of hope. This is such a MMORPG move right there. What a sick move. Hekate does something similar if I'm really. Take care. It's like almost twinkling. Nice little delay there. It's so much fun. Love that. Oh, they're similar to Luna's in PGR? Yeah, it's dope. With the electric guitar too. I mean, what a great fight. What a great fight. Really, really, really awesome fight. Love the percussion in here, and I think the percussion really showcases the sense of Take care, Amanda. Thank you so much for your lovely performance. We'll find a time in the next week or two to get you on, and we'll have a nice interview chat. Maybe after Carlotta's story quest or Cantarella's story quest next week. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Say thank you to Amanda for such a terrific performance. You did so well. You were terrific. Really, really amazing stuff. You absolutely crushed it. You absolutely crushed it. You also played 2 different characters unbelievably well. Really, really good. Really, really good, Amanda. Not that you need my praise or any of our praise. Girl, you got paid. You did so well. You did so well, Amanda. We'll talk later. Absolutely wonderful performances all around. Really just incredible. This patch was so important and so relied on you, and you really delivered in such a big way. Really crushed it. You know, I adore this. I adore this Cadanto. I think this might be actually, I think I might like this more than the previous one because this is so bright. The percussion is really, really enthusiastic, and there's so much in like kind of reverie in it, right? So much joy, so much like the thrill of like being a knight. It's very optimistic despite, you know, the sad circumstances around Cadanto. It's really cool. It's very open chorded as well, so it feels very open, if that makes sense. The chords don't feel very locked in. It feels like a lot of open sound to it, which is also really fun. First of all, the percussion in there is great. The piano, there's a ton of doubling, and then all of that sounds really good. Amanda's the Cartethyia voice actor. She was in here. This little shift is amazing. Love those hits in the lower brass. So much doubling. This is very much Xenoblade Chronicles in here. And you get the choir in there that is representing Cadanto as well. Terrific doubling. Terrific doubling. Oh man, that's so cool. Listen to this. Rewind. Listen to how dope this is. Love the rhythm. Little accents with the trumpets and stuff. Yeah. So it's a small patch. It's a short patch. Really, it's a nice size patch. But I have to admit that I think that this was a huge victory for Wuthering Waves 2. Wuthering Waves in general. I think this was a massive victory for the game. I believe strongly that this was paced incredibly well despite being slower, and I think that there's some it's definitely worth celebrating. I think this is a very, very, very good patch, especially for those of us that now if you're not locked into the story at all and you're just kind of playing just to play the update, you're not going to like this. This is not a patch for you. I really don't think so. This was a patch for people that really, really, really are invested in the story of Renacida, the story of this area 2.0 stuff, and the general. I think for people that really enjoy the storytelling aspects of this game, I think this was a treat. Do I think that the inverted spire is like the most incredible area that we've seen in this game? Not really. I'm not crazy about it, to be honest. Even now I haven't done it solo, so we'll explore some more in the coming weeks. We'll explore more, but I felt that I would much rather have more of a landscape area for my personal taste. So I wasn't really crazy about the environment. It's not something that I would like actively seek out. Whereas like exploring Renacida, exploring Raguna, it has been such a delightful experience. This one a little less so, based on what I saw. It's not a place that I'd be like, "Ooh, I can't wait to go back there." But I think like keeping us on the rails was really, really smart, because it actually it continued to move the story. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought the pacing was a little bit iffy. That maybe after we meet Cantarella, and the first time that the first sword we do, after that, between the first and the third sword, I felt like that was the chunk where I wasn't upset about I wasn't bored, but I was kind of like, ooh, I wouldn't mind going somewhere sooner. But because of how they created this, and because really this is a patch of discovery, if we didn't spend all that time trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Cartethyia and the whole journey that they went on with the Threnodian and all that other stuff, the payoff, which was so monumentally good, would not have worked. So it really is like that, going down into the well in order to get to the other side. You know what I mean? Like, we need that. Yeah, it's not superficial at all. If you're the type of player that's going to blow past the story, man, this patch sucks for you. Truly. But if you play this like with the intention of trying to understand it and accept like the ins and outs of what's going on, yeah, man, this patch is dope as shit. It's a great patch. And honestly, like I've played worse. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? I've played way worse. Listen, I'm the first person to say that like I think certain characters need to die. But I think in this particular instance it was also very mature. Like this patch requires a little bit of thought. And also like literally like the thing that's going to protect the area no longer exists. So I'm not really sure it's not a good thing. It was a life exchange. I mean, also Cartethyia's true nature was terrific, a terrific reveal. And I thought that the payoff of that, I also really appreciate, sorry, I peeked the mic. I also appreciate just, Cantarella is a really interesting character. And it really was clickbait. All the gooning was clickbait. So on the one hand, I can't tell if they're genius, or if it was I don't know. I find that very intriguing. The fact that she basically is incredibly powerful. The thing is, she's had to do certain things. She's had to do and play certain. She's had to play a role. You know, exactly. It's a facade to hide the truth about the Sentinel's corruption. In some ways, she's actually stronger, mentally at least, than even Jinshi. You know? And all those people spreading all those rumors that ended up being lies. And also all the suffering that all those kids needed to go through to find the true maiden. You know, she's very, very resolute. You're right. There was a ton of resolve in that character. So for me, it's like, man, what an incredible performance. And to give that power up where she could have become, you know, have given the Sentinel that second awakening, but instead chose to give it back to protect it, to give it a chance to do what it needed to do. Very, very, very impressive. Very impressive to me. So I think, you know, I always want Wuthering Waves to be more than a gacha game. And will it ever be more than a gacha game? Does it need to be? I don't know. You know, I don't think it needs to be. I really enjoyed this story very much, and to me, it's like I don't really give a shit that it's in a gacha game. Whatever people's opinions about, you know, gacha games in general, we all can agree that it is predatory and it sucks to spend money on a character. Blah 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 blah. Duh, right? But I think that the quality of the story is incredibly high at this point, and really they can just continue to climb that mountain. And I think like we will benefit from this continued like improvement. I'm very, very impressed with them. I don't think anybody could deny the passion that Kuro Games developers have. You know, the passion is there. I think we're in a good spot. I am curious to see where else we go. Yeah.